Hey guys, Stanley Speed coming back at you again. Giving you a little update on the Trans Am. Been tearing it down, and I seen some hillbilly backwoods bondo and fabrication work on this car, and I just had to make a little video of it. But yeah, I was tearing it apart. I got the window trim off. I was taking the seats out, took the lid, trunk lid off, the back glass, took the good tail light out, trunk latch, and this and that. Just taking the gauges out of the dash and all the wiring. Gonna take the tilt wheel out. Now I was turned around and looked, and I noticed, bondo here and there, and I'm thinking, well, they made a patch, and I'm like, well, why'd they need bondo? Well, I just popped it off with a screwdriver, and look at the bondo. There's my hand. There's the hole. Look at the amount of bondo that they filled in there to keep the spring from coming up through the floor. I mean, you can see they made a patch here, and they put bondo all the way around, and then they just kind of use bondo for seam sealer, it looks like. But yeah, I seen that, and I'm like, I don't know what people think sometimes, but bondo's not meant for this. If I had a hammer handy, I'd bust that out. We'd see it. It's held for some time, but it's crazy. You can see over here, they done the same thing. They just packed her full of bondo. Yeah, I don't know what people thinking sometimes. People have too much time on their hands apparently, and thinking they're going to restore a car. Leave it alone. That's why people that buy old classic cars, people that really don't know a lot about mechanics, somebody work, they're like, I want an old car, and then they really don't know what to look for, and then you end up buying a car that's been bondoed and hacked up. So if you're not too knowledgeable with cars, go over them. Crawl underneath them and all over and tear them apart if you can, because you never know what you're gonna get. But I didn't care about these. Like I said, this is $200 parts car, but I'm just pointing out a few little things, because if this car was painted up and had the carpet in it, somebody wouldn't have seen that bondo in the floor, and they would have been getting into a job fixing it, or well, paying somebody to fix it more likely, because there's not many people that like to work on their own stuff anymore. But yeah, just tearing it apart, getting it tore down. I believe I'm going to keep that fender. It needs a patch in it, but the fender's pretty straight, and that patch is nothing to put in. I was debating on keeping the door, but it's had bondo in it there, and I don't really think it's much. But I'm going to strip off what I'm keeping and what I need and what I'm going to resell. I'm probably going to keep the rear end, and I may keep the subframe, or at least I'm going to take the steering box off and some odds and ends, core support, and I'm going to put the car back up for sale. Somebody give me a couple $100 back for it, and I got my money back and parts. So somebody may want it for a race car, but I'd hate to send it to Crusher without throwing it on Marketplace, because maybe somebody'd want it and do something with it. But just a quick little video. I was going to show you the custom fabrication somebody did. But like I said, hit like and subscribe, share, and we'll see you next time.